reporter Ayesha Ismail is at the East London Magistrates Court monitoring the Nosicelo Mtebeni murder case. Let's cross to her live now. Ayesha, I could hear as we were talking earlier that there seems to be a lot of supporters outside court today. What's the general sentiment from the crowds?
So there are hundreds of students gathered outside the East London Magistrates Court. They're here to picket and to ask the court not to grant bail to the suspect arrested for the murder of university student Nosicelo Mtebeni yesterday outside the residence where she was murdered allegedly by somebody known to her, a boyfriend. We saw a wreath-laying ceremony. Later on, the students of 40 held a night vigil where they expressed their anger at what happened to her. Today they've come out in their hundreds to this court case and they're demanding that the suspect not be granted bail. And as you can see here, there's lots of placards, people saying, students saying they've had enough. They're also calling for tougher action against men who perpetrate violence against women. Now I'm just going to stand around here and talk to some of the men here. What is your message to men who perpetrate violence against women?
I think at this point in time we have to take into account that we are humans, and if a man make a mistake of doing something wrong which to a woman, that I think our constitution should change and can come back with the system that someone who kills can kill back, because we can't stand to people who are killing other people, more especially if you are killing a woman. We have a lot of crises in terms of women and also children who are being killed by men. I think even the men should stand for themselves. They know that they are men, not to kill, but men to stand and protect our wives and to protect families and also to protect children and women also.
Thank you so much for your time. Now, we are outside waiting to find out from the court officials whether we will be allowed inside court to cover live the proceedings of the suspect that is due to appear in the East London Magistrates Court. In the meantime, besides the students gathering outside here, we've also seen women from the ANC Women's League as well as from the Democratic Alliance. Now, yesterday at the night vigil, the students made it very clear that they did not want to turn this into a political match. They did not want political parties to score any points with the murder of their beloved student, and they are also calling for political parties to exercise some restraint when they come to this gathering today. So as I said, we're waiting to find out whether we will be able to cover these proceedings live, and we're waiting to hear from the court officials whether that application will indeed allow us to go inside.
Ayesha, thank you so much. That was our reporter Ayesha Ismail bringing us an update from the East London Magistrates Court, where the alleged murderer of Nosicelo Mtebeni is set to appear. A 25-year-old man is set to appear for the murder of Nosicelo Mtebeni. A gruesome story.
A crime of real anger. I mean, it's a crime of absolute rage. To dismember somebody is something that requires a huge amount of effort. It's quite extraordinary.
And
terrible.
The details that keep emerging are just they really cut deep. If you're keeping someone's body parts in your house, it's only a deranged person who could do something like that. And my fear is for the women of this country who are already so scared, and they have to live in this world where you're constantly watching your back, and you can't even go to university and feel safe. You know, it's supposed to be it's supposed to be a time when you're enjoying, you know, your youth and you're getting ready to go into society as an adult, and yet, you know, now you can imagine the students at the University of Fort Hare are terrified.
Yeah, although in so many of these cases, it's those closest to women who are the perpetrators. It's people that we as women know and trust. There's far less stranger danger, if you like. So I think that's part of the challenge.
Yeah. Watching your back with people you know is even scarier.
Yeah,
so there needs to be a solution somehow. I don't know how, but we need to find a way where we can't have stories like this every single month.
Oh, well, 3 years.